Taylor Reinhart.
What's up, guys? Hey, Cass. Like a couple of the other comedians, my dad is also here tonight. One clap. Just one clap. Yeah. Woo! But it's really good to have my dad in town. We actually have a lot in common, including a love for the character of Batman. My dad actually loves Batman so much that he sort of is a costume aficionado, makes his own costumes. And he bought a life-size mannequin for his most recent costume. And for Halloween, he put it in the window. And so all the neighbors sort of, walk by, and they see him dressed in that costume for trick-or-treat. And one of the neighbors actually asked him, hey, did you stand in your window for 3 hours during trick-or-treat? In a Batman costume? My dad's like, no, it's a mannequin, duh. And acted like the neighbor was crazy when he's the one putting life-size mannequins in the window. But actually, I did Batman stand-up here last quarter for the character night. I dressed up as Batman. Admirers. And so yeah, I dressed up as Batman. And actually, right after I dressed up as Batman, it was the first ever time I was recognized by someone I didn't know for doing stand-up. And my dad had called in, and I was taking his call while I was, getting recognized. And I go back to the phone, I'm like, you won't believe it, I just got recognized for doing stand-up. And he's like, really? What set did they see? I was like, they saw the Batman one. And there's just this long pause. And he was like, you were dressed up as Batman and they recognized you? You were the worst Batman ever. In theory, they should barely be able to see your eyes and just this. How did they figure you out? But I figured I'd take tonight to tell one of the more outrageous stories that my dad and I ever got into. We both play guitar, and occasionally we went around and played for various events. And one of them was in an airplane hangar. And on this day, we went to the wrong one. We went to a Mile High Club together on accident. For those of you who don't know, which is apparently most of you, that's when you have sex in planes. Which I mean, you join the Mile High Club by having sex in a plane. I don't know if the people are called the Mile High Club. That's not the point. That's not the point at all. But we walk up and they're giving us this look like, okay, they shouldn't be here. And they say, can I help you? And my dad goes, yeah, where should we set up so we can play? Ew. Obviously, we started out on the wrong foot here. So the guy says, sir, I'm not sure he's old enough. And looking back at it, now, I think that's an insult. I may be young, but I'm ready. This will go down as the worst Beyonce impression to ever be on this stage. But my dad and I are freaking out because at this point I was like 13 years old, and so we're worried. Child labor laws. They don't think that I'm allowed to play this show. We're in so much trouble. And my dad goes, I mean, but he's good. And the guy looks me up and down and goes, he can't be that good. That one hurt, looking back. That one hurt. And my dad goes, whoa. He lays down the groove. Because I'm a bass player. Still not okay. No, not okay at all. And I got mad. And so I'm like, yeah, let me pull out my instrument. And that's the first time that I was ever enticed in a child prostitution sting. Let's see. My jokes have not lasted nearly as long. I'll tell some old jokes. So I went on vacation to Connecticut this summer, and it was really cool. But I stayed with a friend, and I had to sleep in the front room, and on the wall was this giant cross, which is fine, religion and all that. But on the cross was Jesus, like staring at us from above, and it was, at first it's not too intimidating until you just start to feel guilty about having good things happen to you. You're just sort of worried that, like, I'll be sleeping there one night, and he'll just sort of be like, hey, what you doing? Nothing, Jesus. I was just planning to go to sleep. I might go make myself a sandwich or something. Oh, really? I'm being crucified. Right at this moment, right now. And so, you just sort of got to back off there and be like, look, I mean, yeah, I'm really sorry. I don't know. And he'll be like, what'd you do today? Oh, I just went to the beach, went to New York City. It was really fun, had a great day. Really, I was being crucified. So. And like passive-aggressive Jesus is okay, but I'm just like really worried that he's going to just flip out one time and be like, you know what? You just enjoy walking around there on your legs and enjoying the salvation that I brought you by running around and woo, doing whatever you want. Hey, you almost got into a child prostitution thing because you didn't know it was a Mile High Club. You're an idiot. Because Jesus knows all. Thank you, guys.